When I was diagnosed with primary breast cancer, a breast care nurse was present at the point of diagnosis with the doctor, and she was there throughout all my treatment. I could contact her at any time. When I was diagnosed with secondary breast cancer, the oncologist informed me at the appointment, but there was no support given to me. I was literally told, go home and we'll see you in 3 months to see if the medication is working. And I had nobody to contact, and felt very isolated with a diagnosis of a terminal illness. The shock of it numbs your brain in effect, and you can't think of all the questions at that point to ask. And there's so many practical issues in relation to it. Breast Cancer Care have set up the User Advisory Group, which is made up of patients with secondary breast cancer, to get their views and experiences.
It took several days for me to get in contact with what I guess would be a key worker. She was.
I've seen a nurse the whole time. Yeah.
Well, I thought.
And this group feeds into the task force, which is ultimately made up of professionals and people from breast cancer care.
The Secondary Task Force was set up by Breast Cancer Care in response to what they perceived as a very important unmet need from the calls they were getting to their helpline, mainly from women who had secondary breast cancer and were finding that services were not as they'd expected.
I feel quite insulted to think that, my statistics, or that the fact that I'm living with a disease is not recorded anywhere or cannot be got.
In the work we've done so far, there are 2 themes that emerge as being particularly important. The first is to do with information needs, and many women and their families and carers find there's less access to good, helpful, sensitively provided information. The second issue that seems to have come through as a theme is the identification of what has been called a key worker, somebody who acts as a coordinator of care, perhaps sometimes as an advocate, sometimes as an information giver. And that's something that the task force is spending quite a lot of time thinking around. If we develop those themes, we could provide a very useful and helpful outcome for women.
I applaud Breast Cancer Care in the way they really listen to people, and they listen to us as patients. They give us a voice. I thought, well, that might have an effect, mightn't it?